Hello, happy crafters. This is Claudia with White Sugar Designs, and today my quick little video, it's a little different than what you're used to seeing. I have had a couple of questions on how many journals I am currently working on, how many do I have, and also where do I get them, who makes these, because they're absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted to just kind of go through it really quick to show you all the journals that I get to work on every day, and I'm hoping to get them all done by the end of the year. So I will be restructuring how many projects I have ongoing to work on, because sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming. So first thing I wanted to tell you is who makes these. These traveler's notebooks are by Websters Pages, and I'm gonna take that one out. They do make one like this. It comes as standard in their traveler's notebooks, but these are the ones that are just absolutely stunning. The covers have a certain waxy feel to them. They almost feel like they're water resistant. They're just gorgeous. Not just the covers alone, but just the way they're made and the pages inside. They have 3 different types. They have the lined paper, they have a grid paper, and they also come in just plain white, and I'll show you one. I think I have one that's just plain white, but let me show you. These are the ones that I'm working on right now, but they also have, these are the ones that I'm looking forward to get started with next year. So this one has dark grid inside. They have this one here. How gorgeous is that? And it has the pink lines. And they've also released some new ones, and I just got these, and these are their new, and they're absolutely stunning. So here is one that has just plain white pages, and this one has lined paper, but this one, the new ones, maybe they'll start, instead of the pink lines, they'll have dark lines, which I love the pink ones. So, and I have a few more of these that I haven't touched because they come in a pack of 2. But anyways, I just really quick wanted to show you some more examples of the Websters Pages Traveler's Notebooks. I got a few of them from Joann's, and Hobby Lobby is now carrying Websters Pages, so that's a good thing because everybody can use coupons at either one of those stores. People ask me about these guys right here. These are the ones that I currently use to store these guys, the inserts, but I do a lot of changing around. When I do my photography for Instagram, I switch things up a little bit just to keep things interesting, and then I do my propping for the photos. But so I also use not just their inserts but their covers. They all come with the little tag, and they all have a little message. Each of the tags can have a different message. This one says pure happy, this one says say yes, and this one says planner girl. And then I wanted to show you because I just got a new one, and it is amazing and gorgeous. So this is one of their new patent red. That's the name of it, a patent red, and the little tag says be inspired. It's got that, can you see that? It's a faux leather, very glossy finish, and the inside comes, like I told you, it does come with just a standard insert, and you can see the inside how that is. But that was just really quick to show you how excited I am that I just got a new one. And now I wanted to show you how many journals do I work on, right? Let me see, because I actually have a little weird setup or something that happens. So okay, so I do a a daily quote journal. And this is a project that I started last year, and I would do one layout a day with a special quote, something that inspired me and that I found useful. And so I created this challenge where each month had a theme, and so I would go select quotes related to that theme. But I'm changing that because I don't know, I'm kind of happy the way things are going lately. I haven't been focusing on the themes, which I think that it is helpful, because then you can have, you know, one notebook for quotes that have to do with inspiration or being positive or love or, you know, mindfulness, something like that. But anyways, so with this journal, because I was on a month basis, this one here, it says July, so this was supposed to be my July traveler's notebook. And then, you know what, I just let go of that, and now I feel a lot more free, because I can just pick it up and just put a quote that I like, and I don't have to follow that. I don't have to go in order. If I skip a day, it's no big deal. For the month of August, which is when I was still following my own rules, this month was positivity. And again, now I don't do that anymore. And what I mean again is I just pick one of these two, because of the fact that one was for July and one was for August. I have two, and I want to get to where I only have one. But I will finish out all these pages that are left. Whenever I work on the quotes, I will just grab one and fill it up, and then that way each of these will be completed. I have been working with the Reset Girls kits. I'm very happy to tell you that I'm part of her design team, and I am excited that I get to play and test out her new kits that come out every month. I do process videos on some of these. You can check out also my Instagram if you would like to see these layouts and more, kind of a still shot, so you can zoom in and see all the details. But like I said, although there's two of these journals, by the end of the year I'm hoping that these will be full and I will only have one, and next year I will start with just one. I used to do the Listers Got a List challenge by the Reset Girl. I loved her products, and so I started doing the challenges. And you know how she used to have in one a month, you would get a list of all the prompts and then you would tackle each one. But like everybody else, we've run into, daily life just takes over and you run out of time for the day. And so then you start feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm falling behind. Well, I no longer do that, and she doesn't do that anymore either. On her Facebook group called the Happy Place Club, she gives you all the prompts for that month, and that is part of her Listers Got a List and all the other challenges. She had a planner, stylish planner challenge, and so all of that has been combined into one, which is, it's just a lot better and a lot more reachable. So anyway, so I had started, this one was for the month of August, and of course I had fallen behind on the first couple of days, and then I was trying to catch up. Some of these are the layouts that I created using her kits. And they're absolutely gorgeous. You all know her honeys. She loves her honeys, and I do too. I mean, who doesn't? And all her florals. So like I said, there are some, look, this is all Reset Girl right here. And this, because like I said, this was the Listers Got a List challenge. So all of these layouts this is my very latest one. But because I was doing that, you see this one here, this was for the month of July. So just like the daily quote journal, I had started one for August and one for July, and now they have been combined. So although I have two journals that are after the same theme, it's only one project. Right? So again, next year I'm hoping to have these gorgeous planners, I'm sorry, journals completed, and then what I will only be working on one, but I just can't just stop in the middle. I have to finish these up. So now I have two projects, right? The daily quote journal and all my challenges for the Reset Girl. Then I have what I call a daily life journal. And what it is the little things that happen daily, and you take a picture and you want to document those. So that's what this is about. It just concentrates on one, maybe two photos, or sometimes more. I tend to try to be more than one photo. For example, this one, I only needed one. This photo itself, it's enough to tell you the story, but sometimes I try to add 3, in this case 2. And so anyways, that's what this journal is about, and I'm almost finished with it. There is a few process videos. Actually, I haven't posted this one yet, but there is a process video coming out on this layout here. I'm happy to say that this spread here was featured in the Websters Pages Instagram page. I'm sorry, the Websters Pages Instagram page. So that was a very nice thing and a nice treat for me. And so that's what this journal is about. This is my latest layout from yesterday. I am almost done with this one. There's literally just like 3 more pages to do, and then I will be doing a flip through so that you can see in more detail what I do on that. And then I have 2 other ones that I work on, and again, it seems like my pattern here for this year is like 2 journals for one theme, and I hope to change that again next year, because there is just a lot of books to pick through. And I actually made a mistake on one of the other ones where it was one of the challenges, and I ended up adding a quote layout in it, but that's okay. I don't do chronological anymore. I don't submit myself to orders and anything like that. I just work on whatever I feel like and whatever is making me happy at that specific time. So for these 2 here, these are both a project that I'm working on. They're my traveler's notebooks and my junk journal for our Yellowstone vacation trip for this year. So I'm going to start by showing you this one. This is well, they're both special, but this one, I absolutely love this journal. This is mine. This is my own creation. I do have this on my Etsy shop, and the unique thing about this traveler's notebook, it's the flip out kind. I had added in a few other notebooks that I did earlier on a tip-in over here. I would put a piece of tape and I would add an extra sheet of paper so that it would give me more space for writing and for photos. And so I decided to create my own and have it printed, professionally printed, and now I offer it in my Etsy shop. So as you can see, it allows me to add a lot of photos, a lot of writing, and sometimes you need that, right? So this is a full spread on this specific event or this specific trip that we did for that day when we went in Yellowstone. We went to Yellowstone. And so I was able to add 3 photos here, and then on the next spread, I mean, look at there's 7 photos, and I did a little bit of hidden journaling here. There is something there, and these are also pockets where the journaling goes. So, and yeah, I have one more spread. I still have to finish this one up. This is also a little calendar type journal. That's how I made it, so that it was specifically for your trip, where you can on this page plan out your day, what your activities, your morning plans, afternoon fun, and evening activities, and a little space for notes, and then you can date it accordingly. So you can add your weather. That's what I use this little corner for, where I talk about how was the weather that day. So that's what this little journal is for. And then the other one again, it is for our trip. So this one, once I'm completed it, that's it. I won't have another one unless we go on a trip next year, which God willing, who knows where we're gonna go. But so this is a junk journal, which is, I love making junk journals, and I think I like them for trips because they're perfect to add all the, I'm gonna call it the junk even though it isn't, to add all the junk that you collect when you go on a trip like this, right? So this was a cutout from a magazine. You know, I pick up brochures, pamphlets, postcards. Anywhere we go on a major trip like this, I just collect little things, and then a junk journal is perfect to add those little things like receipts. I printed out some stuff from the internet. Junk journals are meant to have a lot of pockets. I'm actually doing a class at Hobby Lobby here in my neighborhood, in my city, on teaching people how to make these. One thing I love about junk journals is the fact that you can create these before you go on your trip and then take them with you. So, normally as a scrapbooker, you go on a trip, you take your photos, then you come home and then you start documenting your trip. But, we fall behind, and then you're all of a sudden, half a year has passed and you still haven't finished your book. Now, of course, I'm saying all of that and my book is still not done. And I will tell you that sometimes I do have the time to work on the journals during my trip, but this time I didn't have Wi-Fi at the hotels, so I would not be able to print my photos, and which obviously I need, and I wanted to show you. So I use the selfie Canon, and this little baby packs up really nice and compact like this. And I've actually taken it when we went to Catalina, I took it with me, and I was able to print the photos of the day and actually get some work done on my traveler's notebook. But I found out that there wasn't going to be any Wi-Fi at any of the hotels in Yellowstone, so I thought, well, what's the point? If I can print my photos, I'm not going to be able to work on it. And so anyway, so here is, the junk journals are meant to hold all kinds of stuff. There's no rules. They're called junk journals, again, because anything goes, right? There's more hidden journaling. I like to do that because my handwriting is not so nice sometimes. So the pages are odd size, they're odd shapes, and I think that's what makes them fun. Junk journals are meant to be vintagey. People can add things that has come in the mail, old postcards, ripped out pages from old books. I like those too, but I kind of tend to make my books, my junk journals, with new stuff. But I kind of still follow the idea of adding little tip-ins and pockets and different shape pages, and it doesn't matter the color. You could make them to coordinate, or you don't. It could just be, as you can see here, I just grab, these are perfect when you have a lot of leftovers, a lot of scraps. You can just grab them and create an awesome little book for your next trip. So there's a little pocket, and actually it's an envelope, but it's a little pocket to hold a receipt. So I love junk journals. I am gonna try and make them as when we go on trips or whatever, but I wanted to show you that that's the other one. I will do a complete flip through when I'm done. But so friends, these are all my journals. These are all my planner, why do I keep saying planners? My traveler's notebooks. I love them. They are a treasure to me. I hope that you make time and find time to be creative and to have a creative outlet, because I think it helps us with our sanity. It helps, in so many ways. I've always thought about writing a book about why having a creative outlet is so important. If you're a widow, or if you, no longer, can go to work, and now you're home and you don't know what to do, and you find yourself alone all the time, you can join a crochet group, or you know, I mean, you could do mixed media, art, all that. It's just so healthy for our mind and for our spirit. And so I hope that, you know, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, there's so much, I couldn't do all of this. And I know my journals, there's a lot going on. I not only do these, but I also have a 6x8 pocket little album, like a Project Life album. And I also do my big, large 12x12 Project Life books. I used to be a standard 12x12 page scrapbooker, but when Becky Higgins created the pocket pages, the Project Life, it just made everything so much simpler. But friends, thank you again. I didn't want this video to be too long. I guess I'll post a couple of links where you can find some of these amazing traveler's notebooks. Let me know if there's any other questions that you might have. I hope that you find inspiration in the sense that, you know what, things don't have to be perfect. You can pick one project, you can pick 10 projects. As long as you're working and you're getting your crafty on, that's what is important. So thanks again for watching. Let me know if you have questions. And what else? Did I forget anything? Don't forget, make the time, get your crafty wiggles out, and make time for some crafty time. So until next time, thanks so much. Bye.